Hey, do you want to join our Mounjaro community with like-minded people sharing tips and pictures? Totally free. Let's get into it. Oh, hello. Hello, and welcome to my home. And today I want to talk about some personal stuff that I wouldn't normally say, and it's just a bit uncomfortable, but I feel like I need to justify myself. But before I carry on, please hit that like and subscribe button. Um, if you don't mind, the like button, just press it. It really makes a big difference to the channel, because what happens is the more people like it and the longer you watch, YouTube pushes my video and says, oh, people like this, and they pushes the video a bit more and my channel. And one day I could be a millionaire, be about 10 years, but still, if you fancy buying me a coffee, I'll leave the link in the description. Also, supporting me by pressing that like button is just as important. Okay, so where do I start? Okay, so if you watched my last video, I said some stuff about getting the Mounjaro on NHS, but they've turned me down so many times. And what they've done is I spoke to the right doctor, and he said, oh, possibly, but you've got to come in for a blood test and check your height and check your weight. Problem is, right, is that I've got diabetes, which helps, well, I don't really want it, but I got it about a year ago. And what happened is since I've been on Mounjaro, I went from 47 BMI down to 39, and I need to be 40. And I was like, oh God. So I went there yesterday, and I no, the problem is the night before, yeah, I was like, all right, eat some pasta and some chocolate eclairs and stuff like that, yeah. And I took my jab on Tuesday, and yesterday was Thursday. And the first time in ages, it worked fully on me. And even though when I got hungry, I just didn't want anything. I had to force myself to eat. So doing that the night before was just a no-go. So I had to turn up yesterday. And what I done was I had my phone, my keys, everything. I probably should have put concrete blocks, the two cats, as much as I could in my pockets, because you don't take your clothes off. I had a hoodie and t-shirt on under it. I had to take off my shoes, but that's a good thing, because it made me a little bit shorter. I mean, only a little bit, but it still helps. The shorter you are, the fatter you are, the BMI is bigger. So I don't know, but we'll see. Now, the reason why it sounds bad what I'm doing, and I'm kind of embarrassed, but the reason why I'm doing it is that £300 is, I'm on 15 mg now, and it's been working on and off. It's been some suppression, feeling a little bit bloated, and just stuff like that, but I've been pretty hungry, and I was quite low recently, which I'm forcing myself to eat, which is not a good thing. And I put some weight on, but I've dropped some in the last week, so that's brilliant, because I'm feeling better. Anyway, so, right, it's really uncomfortable, but what it is I'm not on a lot of money, and I used to be on, I don't know, quite a bit back in 2019, and I was a truck driver for years, and I was on decent money. You could say about £700 a week, give or take. And previous to that, I was a painter and decorator, and I was on lots of money, but it dried up, and I ended up jumping on the truck driving and stuck with it. The thing about truck driving is it's every week you'd pay your tax. There was no problems with the painting. Painting self-employed was just a nightmare. So come January 2020, all right, this is where it gets starting to get uncomfortable, right? So around January 2020, I got the flu, COVID, but after that it passed, and I started doing my bathroom. I was tiling it and just doing stuff like that, and I felt tired all of a sudden while I was doing the tiling, and I thought, all right, I'm gonna have a sleep. Yeah, it was the weekend, so I wasn't working, and I went to bed. I didn't get up for 4 months. Something went wrong. I don't know what it is. It was some kind of breakdown or something. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, as I said in my other videos, I've got bipolar and I am up and down. But this was like something I've never experienced. And I got up 4 months, I stayed in bed. Now, yeah, I walk the dogs, but I was mostly getting takeaways. And I was eating more than usual. Because back in 2019, I was about 15 stone. 15 stone kind of suited me. I'm not very tall, but I'm quite big built sort of thing, and it suited me. So I was quite content. Yeah, maybe could have lost a bit more, but I still looked all right. Stuff fitted me basically, and but with all the takeaways and laying in bed, I just started piling the weight on, and I didn't care. I'd stopped taking my medication, and it went on for months. And as I say, I walked the dogs. I just got takeaways. Yeah, I had a shower. It was the worst. It was literally jump in and jump out. It was just so I didn't smell. And yeah, it was bad. But I knew towards the end of 4 months, I pure despair. It was pure despair, and I just didn't want to get up. So I knew I had to do something. And normally I don't tell anyone. I had to hide it from my friends, who was a bit weird because I had to pretend to be good on the phone, and I hid it from my son as best I could. He knew something was wrong, and I knew I had to do something. So I had to get up and call my doctor and tell him I'm not doing so good, which is very hard for me to open up. And I've been opening up quite a lot recently with the Mounjaro, but it's because it's the community, and not many people that I know I've got a YouTube channel, because I'm kind of small, you know. But keep pressing that like button, it'll get massive and everyone will know. But anyway, so my son, as I say, he knew something, but I kept it away from him. When I rang the doctor, I said, look, something's wrong. I don't know what it is, and I need to get out of this. And he said, no tablets, no. He also said, right, you need to go on antidepressants. Yeah, he goes, he thinks it's some kind of breakdown. And he goes, you've done the right thing by calling, but you know, your weight has gone ballooned. But you see, it was COVID in 2020, which was, it sounds bad, but it was great for me because I could make the excuses of not going out. Obviously, I left my job. I actually didn't even call them, and I was there for a long time. I actually worked for the police as a truck driver, and I picked them up when they break down and bring them to the station. And if they only knew what I was like when I was younger, I wouldn't have been working there, but it doesn't matter. I just didn't even call. They were calling me and all that. I just ignored it. I just didn't want to face anything. I didn't want to face letters coming through the door, nothing. Phone calls only to certain people I'd answer just so they wouldn't know. But the COVID thing helped for quite a while because I could justify not being out and doing that kind of stuff. And I know everyone was sick and it was awful, but it was good for me. Well, even though I caught it, you know. Now, the reason why I'm going through the NHS and trying to put on weight and stuff like that for that day, which sounds terrible, is because I'm on 15 and it's £300 a month. And here we go. I get about 700 and something. Yeah. The doctor doesn't want me to work in because he thinks I'm too volatile. Yeah. Which I'm not. I was in the past. Yeah. When I was younger, I was snap and I'm pretty handy at fighting. Anyway, he thinks that I could just get a low when I'm driving the truck, and you know, he's probably just being safe, you know. But being off work, which is very hard, you know, where you're not earning money, it's when you used to throw everything into the trolley when you're going shopping. Now I had to learn how to balance, and it makes you more depressed, and you're not socializing. And now I barely go out and I don't talk to many people. But since I've been on Mounjaro, even though I had lows and they can be quite bad, I'm more up. Since Mounjaro, I've been more up. And if you watch the channels, see other videos, you'll notice that I'm up. People have said it. And I've noticed. So even if sometimes I don't feel the food suppression, my moods have been a lot better. But I do have the lows, and sometimes they're quite horrible. Not for as long as usual, but they still happen. So, as I say, being off work comes with its own problems, and it makes you depressed in a different way. And now I'm on about 700 and something, give or take, yeah, every month. And with that, I got to buy food. I've got two dogs, so dog food, two cats, and I got cat food, and obviously gas, electric, which is about 170 a month. It's a set thing every month, and I've got internet, internet and phone, all these things with 700, and I'm always behind, and so I have to make choices every month. So with that £300, which it costs for my monthly Mounjaro, it's pretty tough. So it's killing me, and I want to stay on it because I feel like I don't want to go down again, and I feel like I have lost weight, yeah, and I'm losing it. Especially the other day, I just don't want anything, yeah. But so I just kind of feel like I need to justify why I've been doing it, and I'm very embarrassed about it, you know. But I've been opening up a lot more since I've done this channel because I feel safe with the community. You know, you guys lift me up a lot. I've seen only one bad comment in, I don't know, since I've done the channel, which is, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, I can't remember. Only one bad, and it wasn't that bad. It was someone just being cheeky and just something like that. So I started a Facebook community and it grew up to 15,000 people. I'm like, you know, why couldn't you jump over to my channel, 15,000 people? I would have been rich. But Facebook shut the channel down because it's kind of like, I think Mounjaro is banned in some countries. Like, I think, is it China? And I don't know, but some countries. So they don't like the subject. So there's certain words that flag up, like the name of the channel. It's silly, really, but I was told, even by Facebook, if you word it different, you may be okay. You know, it's the AI that's searching everywhere looking for stuff. So I started another one like a day ago or 2 days, and because people are asking me, I was getting messages all the time saying, "Oh, this is great, thank you," and we're all talking to each other. It was so much support. Everyone giving tips, what they're eating, and it's not obviously giving advice to a point. We're not doctors or anything like that, but we're all sharing pictures and all having a joke and a laugh, and we're all together. And even if you're just losing weight or if you're on Wegovy, we all joined and everyone's welcome. And I was going to say is that we worded it different. Now I think I called it Fat Jab, um, MJ and Wegovy Support, something group like that. I'll put the name up again. I keep forgetting. My brain is a bit. So I've done this, and if you want to support, if you feel like you'd like to join and want to talk to people who are the same, even anonymous, you can actually be anonymous in the group, which is great. So if you want to post something anonymously, the option is to do that, which is great. But if you fancy joining, sharing your pictures, sharing your story, everyone jumps in, and it's so good and support. It's even if you lost £2, even if it's not working for you, just jump in, and everyone's just so good. And you know, on Facebook, you know, you have some, I'll say, dickheads everywhere. None. I've got 4 admin. I've got Sibon. I keep forgetting. I can't pronounce her name, and I feel terrible. She's been with us for months. I'm always talking to her, but it's Sibon. It's Sibon. I can't. Sorry, but it's Sibon. We got Tracy. We got Justine, and we got Dawn, who is my favorite. She'll know what I'm talking about. It's just we have this joke. They are amazing girls, and they're always you could say they're in charge. They're the bosses. They give me crap about stuff, yeah, but they're so knowledgeable because I'm a bit daft. I don't know everything, you know, and I'm not good at calories. People are talking about calories and it goes over my head, but I'm always there, and you can always contact me as well through there with the messenger, and I always reply. I'm always talking to people, you know, so we can always have chats. So it's great. Now, I know some people don't like Facebook and they're not on it, and that's okay, because you can leave comments, whatever you want, in YouTube here, and I always reply. And if you ask for more help or you want to talk, just leave it in the comments and we'll find a way to chat together, because I'm not a doctor, but actually I'm not a bad listener. I can't really give you advice because you're probably smarter than me, because I'm not very clever. But it's, if you really want to join, the one thing I will say though is, when you join, there's 3 questions you've got to answer. So we know, you're probably so stupid, but it's so we know you're real and not a fake. A lot of fake bots join because they want to post some crap, So we ask those questions, and there is a couple of rules of what to say and what you can't say, because YouTube don't like it. Which crazy, not YouTube, Facebook, which is crazy, because for you who are on Facebook, there's some of the stuff that are on it, yeah, you're like, it's terrible, it's really bad, yeah, it's really bad. You're like, well, why am I getting banned? So they banned my group about 4 times. We were able to get it back, but they finally shut it down. And it was all the work we put into it, and the girls who done all the work, and I feel terrible. But people have been asking me, they've been going, where's the group? It's been so good with support. I didn't realize how much people saying they depended on the group, which was surprising to me, because I wasn't going to do another one. I was like, all right. But the girls wanted to do it again, and even though all the work they put in, I felt, okay, let's do it again, and change the words that apparently are safer, But yeah, so if you fancy joining, please do. And also, if you want to talk to me anyway, we'll find a way. Just leave it in the YouTube comments here, and we'll speak, because you guys support me. You guys have helped me. I've made some fantastic friends since I've been doing this. Since I've been on Mounjaro, I've been to the cinema twice. I don't go out. I can't deal with it, right? But you've all encouraged me. You should go. I went to see Superman. I wanted to see it, but I couldn't go. You encouraged me to see it. And I went, and it was brilliant, yeah. And I felt good about it. So I feel like you guys have supported me. And if I can support you in any way, and I reply to every comment, yeah, if I can support you in any way, I will. Even though I'm not as clever, I'm a good listener, and I will chat to you, and I can probably cheer you up if you're down. So now, I'm not going to get my results for about a week, knowing my GP, it'll probably be 2 months. But on that time, they're going to give me all the BMI. I suppose I should have asked the other day, but she didn't offer it. She was just writing it down, and find out all that, how bad if I've lowered my diabetes. But I don't think it matters if I've lowered it, because as long as I have it, which is terrible, it's part of the criteria. They think I might have sleep apnea, but I haven't. I need to go and check that out. But yeah, the diabetes, the BMI, the weight, all these things fit the criteria. So if I can get it, it could help my life, because my fridge is broken. Yeah, which I found out the Mounjaro should have been. It's so high, it's so warm in there. The Mounjaro needs to be below. But thanks to you guys, you kind of told me. A lot of you said that it's okay. The Mounjaro, take the first jab, and it's all right to be in room temperature. As much as I think that's great, I'm more glad, because I'm not wasting money. I was also upset because the Mounjaro hasn't been great until a few days ago, and I was hoping that was the reason. But anyway, so got a fridge, my kettle broke, my car battery is dead because I don't go out enough, and my bed is broken. And my son's birthday is in a few days, then it's my birthday, then it's Christmas. Not that I'm going to spend money on my birthday, but you know what I mean. So all these things with £700, the £300 a month, it will be doable. But there's something else, and it was a lot of people in the comments pointed out, which is concerning, is that the NHS may not give me 15. They may not give me the 15 ml. I heard from you guys in the comments, and I listen, you know, and I pay interest, because a lot of you would know that it's not 100%, but 750 may be the highest, which is a bit concerning because that's two below what I'm on. So maybe after a few months, I don't know. Yeah, just being, because even though if my BMI and all that, it still doesn't mean I'll be accepted and given it to me, because they've refused me so many times. If I pass the criteria, it's still, even the doctor said, doesn't mean for sure that you'll get it, but it's a good chance, you know. And I'm worried about it because, again, I don't know how long I can stay on it. You guys have helped me with buying me a coffee and all that, and trust me, it's helped. Liking the channel pushes the video out, which will earn me money, hopefully decent money with YouTube. So kind of that is my job, because when you see this video, it takes me hours to edit it and take out whatever rubbish and upload it and all these things. It does take a while. And for you who has YouTube channels, you'll know what I'm talking about. So the £300 a month will be a great thing. It will save me and it will stop the worry. Because when I worry, I get depressed and my face goes all red. And I want to stay on it. And not just because I'm losing weight. It's my moods are so bad. I have the down, but when I'm up, I stay up for longer. And I'm able to do videos more. As anyone will know, I've been away for a couple of weeks because I had a low, and it was quite a bad one. And the doctor put up my antidepressants and made me a bit woozy. But this is really a hard video to make because I've told you stuff that I don't normally say. And a couple of friends know, but a lot of other people don't know because I'm embarrassed and I'm ashamed. Not just the Mounjaro, but me being a tough guy, which I used to be kind of. It's kind of like, it's embarrassing. And I think a lot of you out there will know what I mean. You don't tell people, and it's just stuff like that. So it's important. But anyway, look, I'm not going to go on anymore. And I may not even upload this video because once I edit it, I'm just going to cringe, But anyway, look. Join the Facebook group. Leave comments if you don't want to. I might even start a WhatsApp group if anyone wants to, And if you ask me for nude pictures, you're going to have to pay for more, all right? You're going to have to pay more for those, right? I'm only joking. Yeah, join that. If you want, leave it in the comments, join the WhatsApp group. But that's all I have to say on this video. And see, my beard's getting long and I'm pulling it again. But anyway, look, like and subscribe. Remember, like the video. And if you're still here at this point, it's great. The longer you watch the videos, even if you just leave it on the background, it helps, yeah. But liking is really important too. And I don't know if a lot of people know that, but it's really important. Nearly even more than subscribing. But and I know I think 70% of people who watch my videos regular on my analytics hasn't subscribed, And that's fine, but just like, if that helps. And if you fancy buying me a coffee, leave the link in the description. And I just want to thank all the people who have. But just remember, if even the people like some people have been regular, and I really wish. I think Jill, hi Jill, she's done it regular, and please don't do it again because I feel like you've given enough, I'm ashamed. I don't want you to give any more, and other people who, just feel like you've done enough. But anyway, enough about that. Like and remember, even if you don't, the like is so important, all right? But for now, and until next time,